Mm. Oh, wait. Spikes. Uh, I thought it was not Halloween yet. It's not. We're just turning into monsters. Zoinks! It's just us, Scooby. Oh, what a relief. I really thought you were gonna really turn into a ghost there for a minute there. Yeah, we're not. So, we're back. Thanks for waiting patiently. We have been busy lately. But we're back, finishing up Boomerang Month with our last movie. We might be doing more history episodes for Boomerang Month, but other than that, we are done for this year, as far as we're concerned. We have watched a lot of fun things. Ghostbusters and all that stuff. We had a great time, didn't we, Scooby? We sure did. It was glad for you to join us. Yeah, I could probably join in next time, too. Yeah. Anyway, welcome back to Boomerang Month. This will be our last movie for this year. You guys have voted, and yes, you have definitely voted for Scooby Doo and Zombie Island, but you guys also voted for Scooby Doo and the Goblin King, which is what we watched today. Now, usually on my polls, I do more than one winner for each one sometimes, and I want to do two Scooby Doo movies since we did 4 each show. Each show we do a movie as well as a week. So for this one, we are doing the second runner-up, which is Scooby Doo and the Goblin King. Scooby Doo and the Goblin King was a movie. Now, I'm not sure when this one came out, but it was sort of around the time when Scooby Doo movies started coming out around. And like, it's one of the first few I think came out. I don't know. Somewhere around there? Or something new or something like that. I don't know. It came out a while ago or something like that. And, yeah. It got a lot of cult followings over the years. And I have seen bits and clips of it over the years as well. As a classic Scooby Doo movie, I think it's definitely worth a mention. And it looks to be like, when I was watching the show, it might have been a TV show at one point or another, because it feels like it was extended longer than what it should have been. It isn't like Shaggy and Scooby got to learn some of the characters and stuff. But who knows? The story. The story is, well, this. Scooby-Doo and Shaggy stumble across a magician who unfortunately is fake. He doesn't really know how to do magic of any kind at all. Frustrated from Scooby-Doo and Shaggy stumbling on the discovery of him, he ends up, well, getting mad and starts reading all these weird magical books. He comes across this one with a scepter, where he ends up capturing a fairy and uses magic on it to bring Halloween and terror to the world. He uses the Goblin King scepter to make a deal with him and to turn everybody into monsters. Velma, Daphne, Fred, and all those characters are all turned into monsters. And now all the worlds are in peril. The goblins are gonna come out and like destroy the entire world. Shaggy and Scooby, in order to save their friends and save the whole world, they have to go find the Goblin King and steal his scepter and save the world. Now, this story can get a little confusing because there are some characters that need to be introduced, like Willow, who we don't meet until like suddenly later on. And she kind of comes into the story. We don't really find out her whole story until the very end. So she kind of just thrown herself in there. So I'm just saying, the story can get very confusing very quickly. But if you watch carefully and don't think about it too much, it's actually not that bad of a story once you get into it. And once you get to understand what's going on, it's not that bad, really. So, for the most part, it's not that bad. The animation. The animation's not too bad. It's okay for what it is. I can say that definitely the production of this movie is not too bad. There's actually a lot of great voice actors in here, too. We got Tim Curry as, the Goblin King. We have a few other characters from a few other movies as well. We have, of course, Casey Kasem as Shaggy. Frank Welker as Scooby, actually, which is not something you see often. Usually he plays Fred, but not in this one. Well, anyway, there's a lot of great names in here, by the way. A lot of great people in here. So I gotta say, very classic Scooby Doo actors, and also pretty good ones. There's also this one guy who you might recognize from Disney movies. He's this guy who you might recognize his voice a lot when you hear it. I don't remember his name, but he's definitely somebody you definitely heard of before, for sure. He's in a lot of Disney movies. So, definitely heard of him before a few times. But for the most part, yes, everybody put their heart and soul into this movie a whole lot. You can definitely tell. Oh yeah, there's somebody popular playing the magician guy. I just forgot his name, though. Yeah, but I'm sure you know who it was. Yeah, I'll remember it. But anyway, a lot of great people in this movie. A lot of great names in here. So, yeah, all in all, great production of all. And, like, the monsters are really good looking, too, in a way. But the witches in this movie also kind of like the Hex Girls a little bit. Yeah. Anyway, not bad animation at all. Very good production status. The characters. Now, there's a whole bunch of characters in this one, so I'll keep you up to date. We got Scooby, Shaggy, the gang. They're not really in it this one all too much, actually. This is more of a Scooby and Shaggy movie, really? I mean, yes, Velma and Daphne and Fred are all in here, but they're not, like, in it that much. It's mostly a Shaggy and Scooby movie, for the most part. So, anyway, those characters are good and all. We got Shaggy and Scooby. We got this one guy, Gibbons, who is a shopkeeper, who tells Shaggy and Scooby what they need to do to get the scepter and stuff. So he kind of, like, knows a lot of stuff. He kind of owns a shop, Halloween shop of some sort, so he kind of knows a little bit about the magic and stuff and what's going on. He seems to know more than what Shaggy and Scooby seem to know, so I guess we're only getting sucked into this as far as we know. We got Princess Willow, who is the fairy who gets captured by the, magician guy. She's not in the movie all too much, surprisingly. She's only in the beginning and a few minutes here and there. We don't get to know her whole story, unfortunately, as a character. But what we can gather, she's a daughter of the Goblin King, which we find out. Shocker. Spoiler alert. Anyway, we find out that she is, a princess of some kind, and the Goblin King is her father, and I guess they had some kind of ground-up deal with them. Who knows what it was and what she has done. I'm assuming it's like a Little Mermaid thing, where she was Ariel, and he's King Triton or something like that. I think that's why everybody's afraid of him or something like that, but who knows? Like, it's just something, there's just another story behind this whole other thing, and we're just not seeing. But anyway, there's that. We got Jack the Pumpkin, who is a pumpkin that is laid up for only few nights or so. But anyway, Shaggy and Scooby meet him all at the Headless Horseman. After saving him from the Headless Horseman, they decided to team up with them and help them out. We also got, who else? The witches, which you heard about earlier. Jack Pumpkin takes it to the witches, where they get to help out a little bit with Scooby and Shaggy, helping them to get to the Goblin King. And they insist on giving them a broom that really wanted to fly but never got a chance to. So instead, Shaggy and Scooby use him to get around. which is a really cool broom, obviously. He's really cute, too. Kind of. Anyway, all these characters are really fun. I like that we bounced around a little bit trying to get to know them all and a great adventure scheme of things. Kind of like Finding Nemo or something like that. Or Wizard of Oz. So it's like really cool to see all those characters like that in a different way. But like, this movie is very interesting in a way that it's not a mystery or anything like that. It's more of just an adventure that Scooby and Shaggy have that's on the side a little bit. A different side story plot. Kind of. I mean, yes, Fred and Daphne and Velma are there occasionally, but they're not really in the grand scheme of the movie, pretty much. But, like, it's like a side venture, really, that Scooby and Shaggy went through. Overall, the movie's not too bad, actually. I kind of like it a lot. It's actually pretty fun as a movie. There are all songs in here, actually. There's Goblin Oogie Boogie, which is a very catchy song. I recommend you listen to that one right now. Given Halloween Shop song, there's also that song. We get to hear a little of that song. There is Go Up in the Night, which is also another catchy song we get to hear. So, yeah, those songs are really catchy to listen to. I like them all very much. As of that, there is a lot of, production went into this movie, a whole lot. I gotta say, it's not a bad movie. Just that it's fun. It's a fun, good time. It's also a good Halloween movie to watch. So watch it during Halloween. It's great. I just gotta say, it's not a bad movie, and it's a really good side adventure for Scooby and Shaggy. I like that it's a nice, like, you know, kind of a twist on things. You know? It's like one of those, Scooby Doo movies like, Ghoul School, or, it's kind of like, a Teenage Werewolf of Shaggy. Yeah, that one too. It's like one of those movies. Kind of. Which I will review in the future, maybe. But, like, for now, I think it's a fun movie to watch. I don't think it's anything too crazy, but I think if you're seeing a good time and a good Halloween movie, it's a good place to start. And it's fun to watch. The only thing I could say about the movie, bad about the movie, is that the story is, like, a little, hard to follow. Like I said, there's some characters that kind of thrown in without you noticing, so it's kind of easy to not, like, follow along too well if you don't know the characters all too well. But once you get to know them and know who they are, I think you're easy to follow. Also, I got a lot of, you know, Black Cauldron vibes from this movie. So, if you're into Black Cauldron, you're gonna really love this movie. Because there's a lot of goblin stuff, a lot of, you know, fairies. It wouldn't be surprised if it got inspiration from the Black Cauldron. Yeah, definitely. But for what it was pretty good. Has most of an anime appearance with, it's like a lot of Disney vibes going on there, too. Anything you'd like to say, Scooby? Well, after all I've been through for that movie, I gotta say, you wouldn't believe it if you saw it. You wouldn't. Yeah, I gotta say, it was really scary over the time. And, like, what I've been through? What me and Shaggy have been through? It's definitely scary enough. And I love Jack. I liked everybody there. What an amazing adventure experience. All I could say is it was a classic fun time. If only it came back every once a year. Yeah. Well, anyway, too bad this only comes once a year also. Unfortunately, this is our last movie of Boomerang Month. We shall see you next year for our next movies very soon. Keep voting, folks. And by this month, we will be doing DreamWorks movies. Yes, to celebrate Amanda going to the water park for the very first time. So get ready. Scooby Dooby Doo.